Now, at the World Snooker Championship, Mark Williams produced what was an outstanding performance to beat the world #1 Judd Trump and book his place in the final against Zhao Jintong, which gets underway at the Crucible later. At the age of 50, Williams is hoping to become the oldest champion in the tournament's history. It is going to be a big final, and it calls for a big introduction. Who better to do it than legendary commentator and MC Rob Walker? We're going to speak to him in a moment, but here he is in action.
A chance of history beckons for one of these two legends of the game, but which one will rise to conquer the nerves of the Crucible cauldron? It's showtime once again here in the great city of Sheffield. He is just 5 frames away from becoming only the second Chinese player in history to make a World Championship final. What an incredible run he's had here in Sheffield. Can he keep it going? Let's find out. He's the Cyclone, Zhao Jintong, a man revered around the world for his personality and talent. An icon of Welsh sport, a very, very special player, the irrepressible, irreplaceable Mark J. Williams.
Right, let's hear more from the man behind that voice. Rob Walker joins us on the programme now. Rob, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Breakfast. Can we jump in and talk about Mark Williams? Because this is some run to the final, isn't it? At 50 years old, he's been very open about his eye problems as well, considering surgery. You've been watching him close hand. What have you made of this run this year from him?
Oh, good morning. Listen, Willow is one of the greatest British sportsmen our country has ever produced. He's got a style all of his own. He's very self-deprecating. He doesn't like being referred to as a great of the game, but he is, because in making this final, he's become the oldest player in Crucible history to make a World Championship final. And I still think he's close to his best. He's a 3-time world champion, but if he beats Jintong and wins on Monday night, he will unequivocally be one of our sport's all-time greats. He's got a brilliant personality.
You mentioned Rob Jintong there, and he is dividing opinion. I think it's fair to say you consider that suspension from snooker after the match-fixing scandal, but he's standing on the brink, the cusp of this great megastar status in Chinese sport if he can get himself over the line in this final. What do you make of what this means for the sport with him being in the final?
I think it's huge. I really like the lad. It's my privilege to have spent a lot of time with these guys over the last 18 years. He's a lovely, lovely boy. He made a mistake. He'd served his time and he's back. And his misdemeanor was much more minor than some of the other offences, which is why he's come back very, very quickly. Haven't heard a single boo for him in the Sheffield arena, and the Yorkshire crowd are very discerning and have obviously very high moral standards. The way he plays the game, he's a bit like a young Jimmy White. He's brilliant to watch. He looks great. He's got the movie star looks. He's really nice to interview afterwards. He's got a good grasp of English. You get a sense of his personality. He could become a massive star in China if he wins. I mean, he probably already is just by making the final.
Rob, we're watching him at the moment against Ronnie O'Sullivan. I've got to talk about the Rocket as well, because there was so much talk going into this tournament about his lack of confidence and that new cue, and now he's saying he's going to be moving to Saudi. He's been very open about his anxiety and where his mental state is at the moment. Seeing him firsthand, interacting with him, where's Ronnie O'Sullivan at the moment for you?
I think he's frustrated. He's obviously snapped his cue in January, decided to take a step back for his own mental health, which is a good decision if you're not in a good place. He's carried a lot of the weight of expectation from snooker for a long time. I got some signs that he's coming back. I mean, he made the World Championship semi-finals, so he got to within 2 matches of becoming an 8-time world champion instead of 7. You never write Ronnie O'Sullivan off. He's unequivocally the greatest player we've ever seen. Even Stephen Hendry would say that, and he's the other guy on 7 world titles. So I think Ronnie has got some soul-searching to do. He's got to bed in with his new cue. It can take certain players a long time to feel comfortable with their cue. It's a big, big part of how they build their success. So I think if he spends a little bit of time working on his academies over in the Far East and the Middle East, and he gets to grips with that cue, we haven't seen the last of him yet.
I'm sure we haven't. Rob, no one better to do those intros at the Crucible than you. We were looking forward to that final later today. Rob Walker, thanks so much for joining us on Breakfast.
No problem. Cheers.
and you can watch coverage of that final. It gets underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon on BBC One.